Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing 58 tips and tricks for the Cubot X30. But if you're new to the crew, make sure you subscribe, get notified. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Now, the first tip is how to get video calling on here when you're taking video calls. Now, this works with any carrier. It's an unlocked device. All you have to do, swipe down and hit and long hold the 4G logo right there, and you're gonna see 4G calling right here. So use 4G services to improve voice over other communications recommended. But the another thing that you want to do is hit advanced, and then when you see right here, it's going to say video calling right here under carrier video calling. So you actually want to enable that setting as well. And if you have Wi-Fi in your house, what you want to do is go ahead and enable the Wi-Fi calling feature. So you just hit that button and it's going to say Wi-Fi calling over mobile network. So I think that's pretty cool. Another thing that you could do on this device is actually go ahead and block the unwanted calls. So you go to spam and blocked inside of messages. Click the three dots at the top and click block contacts. There you'll be able to identify unknown callers, and you can block those, as well as add numbers here to your blocked numbers catalog, and then you can just add as many numbers that you want to block here. Another thing that's pretty cool is if you don't want to have somebody's your messages be read right away from someone, or if you don't want someone to know that you've read their messages, just go to the settings option in actually the messages application, and then go to chat. What it says right here is enable chat feature at the top, and then what you want to do is actually uncheck enable chat feature right here, and then turn that off, and then it'll actually stop them from being able to see when you've read their messages and things of that nature. Another thing I like about this device is that you can quickly add a contact. Actually, this face icon, you want to long hold that, and then it says add a new contact to your device right here, which is pretty cool. Another setting that's actually pretty cool is the beauty video inside of this device. So when you have the device and you're looking at it on your screen right here, what you actually want to do is flip the camera around and then hit this box right here at the top. It's gonna say beauty video, so just hit that, and then what it is that it's gonna make your face actually look way different, like way younger, or just take out all the blemishes, scars, moles, things of that nature. So you could put it on 6 if you really want to tone it up, or you would put it on like 1 or 2 just if you wanted to make it minor. But then when you press that button for video, you're gonna get that beauty mode for your face, which is gonna be pretty cool for people who have who are a little bit self-conscious about some of their facial features. Another thing that's pretty cool about the front-facing camera is if you hit the gear icon right here in the front, you do have HDR mode, which is on auto, on, or off. So you can actually make that on auto. I think that's cool because then it's gonna recognize the best scenario for using that as well. You could also access macro lens, which is good for really good close-up shots on different objects, so you can get extremely good detail. And then another thing that's pretty cool is that you do have this option right here, which is the QR scanner, so you can scan things that are and then get that information really quickly. You also do have GIF, which is going to be cool for taking really quick shots. You also have you could do it with your face, or you could do it with things that are not your face, but you can see that beauty mode just went to high effect right there. And you could also play around with the color temperature of the photo by just hitting this button right here, and it'll give you different things that you could use to manipulate the color of the photo, which is kind of cool. Now, when I'm in the camera feature, I like to turn off the shutter sound. You could do that simply by hitting the gear icon, and there's a list of options here that is going to be in the settings option. What you want to do is, if this is on, just turn that off. You also do want to turn on geotags so that you can remember where you did shoot a photo. And then when you're in camera settings, you want to have that on maximum brightness so that the screen doesn't go dim when you're outside. And you can also change the key functions right here. So where it says shoot, you want to change that to zoom, because now when you go back into the photo and you go to try to zoom, you could just use the volume rockers to do that. So let me just show you how that looks. So now the volume rockers will actually work as a zoom for your photos, which is a little bit better than swiping on the screen, I think. Now, a cool feature right here is to remove this Google feed on the side of your screen. You can definitely do that. Just long hold the screen, go into home settings, and then go into where it says right here, show Google app. You just take that off by hitting that button right there, which is pretty cool. Now, a lot of people had asked me, does this device actually get updates? Well, they have this app right here called the Wireless Update Center, and it actually has a new release for the March 2021 update for security bug fixes, and also security update as well, which is pretty cool. To access your dark theme, slide down the screen one more time and then go into this option right here where it says dark theme. If you don't see it there, you can always hit this pencil icon right here to add more icons, drag those up to the top, like just by long holding right here, and then you'll be able to move it up or down depending on your personal preference. This device does also have lift to wake, so what you want to do is go into display and then go into advanced, slide down to the bottom and click this button right here where it says lift to wake. So now when the screen is locked and the phone is down, what you can do is lift it up and automatically scan your face for the facial recognition. They also have this cool feature where you can rotate the screen when you're inside of the display by clicking advanced one more time and then just hit auto rotate. And now you can use the screen in any orientation, which is kind of cool. Now they do have another option called screencast. What you want to do is select Wi-Fi on, and what you want to do is wait for that to connect to the Wi-Fi network. After you connect to the Wi-Fi network, what you can do is slide down on your device, move over to the left, and then you'll look for this option where it says screencast. It'll start searching for a TV, a smart TV, a Roku, or any thing like that. And that way you'll be able to actually connect this thing to your Roku TV or anything of that nature. So it did say it was recognizing my my Roku TV 32-inch. Now, another thing that's cool is this device does have the NFC feature. If you don't see that on this window, hit the pencil icon, but you can activate it right there. When you get out of it, just long hold this one. What you want to do is access Google Pay, but first you want to go into NFC, activate that, and then tap to pay will be turned on once you hit this feature, and then you can actually enter your card information through the Google Pay feature. Another thing that's cool is you can add emergency contacts by going into About Phone at the bottom of your phone, hitting emergency information, and then you can add your emergency information and contacts as well. In order to see the battery percentage on this device, what you'd have to do is go into the battery feature of your device right here, and then what you want to do is go into the option where it says battery percentage. So you can always turn that on or off so you don't have to see how much battery left you have over that you have. But then you can also check out the battery usage by clicking these three dots at the top of your device and seeing the battery usage right here. So it does tell you that info. Another thing that's cool is I did download some live wallpapers on this device. What you want to do is go into the Play Store and download an application called Live Wall. Once you have that on your device, you can pretty much go ahead and add live wallpapers to your device through the app, and essentially they're going to give you some really cool wallpapers that will actually have nice animations to them, and they'll look really cool and really nice. So you could just go ahead and set as wallpaper or home screen. I'm going to set the home screen right now, and we should have a live wallpaper, and you can see the sparks coming out of the engine right there. Now, another thing that's pretty cool is that we can actually add the weather to our device on one of these home screens right here. So they do have multiple screens that you can use on this device. What you want to do is go ahead, long hold the screen, click widgets, go ahead and view and find view at a glance right here in Google. So it's at a glance. Then you're gonna let this sit on your home screen. So now you'll have the date, weather, and the date and weather and the day, which is cool. Another thing you could do to avoid clutter on your device is select different folders. How you do that is long press one of these icons and drag it over to another set of options here. So you can drag it into the games folder right there. So now that will be there. So I'm gonna just move this one over to this folder right there. And this game, I'm gonna move over to the games folder right over here. And move this one to the social media one. And then we're gonna go ahead and move the Facebook to the social media one. And then, you know, just clear up a lot of different things that might be cluttered on your device too. And it's really easy to remove one of these apps from your home screen. Just long hold it and look at the top, you'll see remove or uninstall. What you want to do is drag to remove, so the app will actually disappear once you do that from your home screen as well. Another thing I did was download this app called Gamezone Gallery from the Play Store. And it's actually organizes my photos and videos in its own application instead of combining it inside of the Google's application. So it tells you what date you took the photo. You can scroll down to see all your photos here. It's really clean, really easy. Swipe over, you can see all your albums. And it's really nice just to have that on here as well. Now, another thing you can do on here is manage the battery by going into the options for your battery right here. And then what you want to do is actually, you see battery manager. You can actually activate that, detect when apps are draining battery. So just make sure you turn that on. Then they also do have this option for battery saver, which you can actually turn on right now, or you could turn it off right there. But you know, they do give you some cool options there so that you can manage the battery and optimize it a little bit better as well. And out of the box, what you want to do is go into settings, go to sound, so you can get a little bit better sound. Go down where it says advanced and click at the bottom where it says sound enhancement. Just activate the best loudness volume booster for speakers, and it'll make your sound on your speakers sound a little bit more clear and crisp. And if you don't like the ringtone that this thing has out of the box right here, the Zeta one, you can add a ringtone or find one that fits your preference a little bit better. But there's a ton of them here. I think that one's cool. So you can actually switch those out and on as well. Now, another thing that you can do is go to apps and notifications. And what you're going to be able to do is see advanced settings right here. And what you want to do is go to emergency alerts. Now, this is going to give you amber alerts, extreme alerts, severe threats, public safety messages, state and local texts, and much more. But you can actually add the preference to vibrate that, or actually alert sound reminder once, or you could just alert sound reminder turn off, which it's at by default. Now, in the camera feature, there's going to be an AI mode set on the camera. What you want to do is activate that to get the best quality out of a photo. The smart phone will actually, when you hit that, you'll see that it has been opened, and it's actually going to optimize the photo colors and everything of that nature. So it's definitely going to come out better with that on. But if you want your phone to have zero shutter lag, just click this option, click settings, and then what you want to do is scroll down till you see ZSL, which is zero shutter lag, and turn that on. And then you see anti-flickering, which is actually when there's glares of lights in your image, and it'll remove those by you could turn that to 60 hertz, 50 hertz, all for auto, which is pretty cool. Another thing that this thing does is it detects your age by, even though it's not accurate, it'll actually, if you click right here and say save face info, it'll apply the beauty mode and save that. It also lets you display facial information. So if you turn that on and I look at my phone, it's actually gonna tell me like my age and stuff like that. And like they're nowhere near that. That's not even correct. But I do look way younger than you know what I'm saying, than what this thing is saying. But I definitely think it's pretty cool that they have that on here. They also got this thing called Face Cute, which is like you could do a make yourself look weird with these masks, which are pretty cool. You have to turn that on or off, but you can actually toggle this on And what it does is make you look like either a child or like you have makeup on. So it's gonna help people with, who want their face to look like it has makeup. You can hit this button and now you can long hold it as well, and it'll start to record for 8 seconds. And it's like a GIF or something like that, but you will have, a beauty mode on your face. So you can see my skin looks really clear, even though that's not how it looks in real life. This one does also have a portrait mode, which you can toggle the aperture. And my favorite aperture is f2.8, which gets really good background blur and also makes your face stand out from the background really well. So I definitely like that option where you can do that. Usually that's only available on the rear camera, but this is a 32 megapixel front facing camera. If you made it this far, you're a real one. But let's jump into some more tips and tricks. Make sure you take a break some point in the video and come back. But we're gonna go into the storage manager, which is gonna be pretty cool. So what you wanna do is hit storage. And this device does have 128 gigabytes. You can also get the 8 gigabyte model with 128 or 256, but you want to hit this option, and now your storage is being managed by the storage manager. So it'll let you know when you're running out of storage or what you need to do to clear that out. What I like to do is click privacy so I don't get these ads that are personalized to my phone. I can opt out of those and I won't receive those anymore. Now what's really cool is this thing has a lot of facial recognition settings inside of here. So what you want to do is go into security, then go to face unlock, and then enter your PIN, which I'm doing right now. And then you can see right here it has delete face unlock, screen unlock. When you have this on, you won't have to swipe, but you could also see that it has enable face recognition when it is lit. So it'll light up the screen when you unlock that, or you can activate it in dark environments so that it sees you in the dark, and you can get a vibration when it unlocks as well. But if you want to activate the on-body detection, which lets you unlock your device whenever the phone is in your hand or when you're moving, just go into smart unlock and then enter your PIN like it's going to ask me right now. So I'm doing that, and then go into on-body detection. Now you can keep all your devices unlocked while it's on you. Just unlock once and your phone stays unlocked as long as it's in motion. So just turn that on and you won't have to enter your fingerprint every single time as long as the phone is on you or you're in motion. Now another thing that's pretty cool is when you're in security, just go down to this option down here and go to screen pinning. So you can see that what that is when you turn that on, it's going to ask you for a pin before unpinning, which is cool. So what you want to do is go into like one application right here, and then when you swipe up right here, what you want to do is long hold this option, and then you can pin the screen right here. So it's going to say the screen is pinned. You can't get out of it right here unless you long hold for like 3 seconds, and then it's going to ask you to enter your fingerprint.
The ones who are ready to change the game.
You could also actually enter split screen as well by swiping up, long holding this icon, hitting screen split, and then tagging your other app, and then go right here. You could say you could enter 2 different screens at the same time. And now you can scroll your media. This is a really underrated feature that a lot of people aren't really using nowadays, but I think it's pretty cool that they do have that on here as well. So you could just toggle between 2 different windows at the same exact time. And that's going to be pretty cool if you want to multitask as well. Now inside of accessibility, just go into your settings, go into accessibility on your device, and what you want to do, let me just find it right here, right there, boom. And then you go down to, you see remove animations. What that's going to do is make your phone seem a lot quicker. You can have that on or off. I think that's pretty cool. But one of the other things that you could do is go to time to action. And whenever you get a notification, you could have it stay on your screen for 10 seconds, default, which is like 3 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, or 2 minutes, but it'll stay on the screen for that much more time. And another thing that's cool is you can go into accessibility and access your vibrations and haptic feedback for ringtone calls. So you can hit that. Now the phone will vibrate when you receive a phone call or a notification, and you'll be able to feel that on the phone, like through the touch. It's going to actually vibrate as well, which is cool. Now, one of the things I like to do to customize the icons and the color of the palette up top, you can see it's a teal color. How I did that was I went into about phone right here, and I just went into the build number and I clicked that like mad times, Then I go ahead, enter my PIN. Okay, I just entered my PIN. So now I'm gonna go back right here. And what it's gonna say is now I can go into system right here and hit that button. So you can see we have developer options here. So what you wanna do, once that's on, is scroll down to the very bottom and you're gonna see this option which says theming. So I can actually change the accent color to cinnamon right here, or green, or I like it at green, but you could change it to red, purple, sand, blue, orchid, space, and things of that nature. And then you can also change this one here. So it says you could change it to device default or the different text. So it's gonna change to a different text. So you can only choose between those two texts, but I'm gonna keep it at the default one. And then what's pretty cool is you can change the icon shape to a square, a circle, a teardrop around its rectangle, or a sparkle, which is kind of cool. So when I go back, you're gonna notice that the icons appear differently, which is a different shape, which is cool. Now, another really cool feature is going into system. What you wanna do is go into gestures. And when you're inside gestures, what you're gonna be able to do is hit this option. So it's gonna have an option where you could jump to the camera by double tapping the power button. You also can access your 3-button navigations or your system gesture navigation right here by scrolling, side scrolls, bottom scrolling, and things of that nature. I just find that a lot more easier. And then it has this option where it says prevent ringing as well. So what you can do is, it says right here, press the power button and the volume rocker up at the same time, and it'll mute or vibrate, put your phone on vibrate. So I have it on vibrate. So what you want to do is hold the power button and the top volume rocker at the same time. And now it says calls and notifications will vibrate there. Another really cool thing that you can do in system is add multiple users to your device. So let's say that you're with your girlfriend and she says, let me see your phone or something like that. What you can do is add a user here or a guest and quickly go into, what you would do is go into system, go into multiple users. Let's say you have a lot of activity that you don't want to share with that person. Let's say you're not the most honest person in the world. You can add a new user, and it says right here, you can share this device with other users by creating additional users. And right here, you can customize apps, wallpapers, and so on. Users can also adjust the Wi-Fi settings and things of that nature. But actually what it does is hide all your stuff here, your apps. They won't be able to snoop through your messages and things of that nature. And the last feature that I think is pretty cool is the digital well-being option. And that definitely helps because it helps you set parental controls over a kid. It adds restrictions, sets limits to help your child balance their screen time. And then you could also do that for yourself with the digital well-being tools. It'll definitely help you stay off your phone and limit the screen time that you're using on here. So those are the top 58 tips and tricks. It might have been 60 because I added a few while I was doing the video, but I hope you guys found this video helpful in any way possible. If you did, hit the like button, show your support and appreciation as well. If you didn't find it helpful, that's cool. You can hit the dislike button, but I definitely appreciate you for being here and staying to the end, and I'll get right back with you later, crew. Peace.